All right, folks, welcome back to game number 2 of AdirondackRick and TruantGamer in the Legend of Zelda Random Percent Tournament here on SpeedGaming 4. I'm LZ Cards Fan 23, and calling the action with me for game number 2, Fury SK. Well, you saw game number 1 won by TruantGamer, so if he wins this, he moves on to the next round. It is do or die now for AdirondackRick.
Yep, the good news is the loser's remorse will allow him to turn off the heart shuffle. So if that's a flag that benefits him in a lot of his practices, then it could benefit him here against Truant Gamer.
Yep, that is correct. That is a new feature that we have in this tournament, the loser's remorse flag. Any 50-50 setting can be turned on or off. And yep, as you had mentioned, it could benefit a runner who thinks they can use it towards their advantage. Of course, on the same token, their opponent can also use it to their advantage as well. And those of
So
you who just joined us, go ahead.
as I recall, defense was a thing that they got right off the bat in game one. Doesn't look like perhaps they got the same thing, unless it was red tunic this time in game two.
Well, we'll know in short order here when we check our inventory because we are going to start with a couple of items for free. And yes, for those of you just joined us here on Speed Gaming 4 in game number 1, TruantGamer won it on virtue of making a very key purchase. Oh boy, and we are starting with the red ring, and we're starting with quadruple defense, and we're starting with the bow. But get this, we're only starting with one Triforce piece, Fury.
Oh, that's alright. They got the easier one last time, but look already at that white sword.
Yeah, just one screen south of its vanilla location will need anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts to pick it up. And yep, looking at the indicator, looks like we've gotten the Triforce out of level 6. That is all. So these runners are going to have to collect 7, count them, 7 Triforce pieces.
Yep, and CCX already knows, because he has it marked, that level 6 is the same regardless of what quest you're in, so no question marks there at all.
Looks like prices and secrets have been shuffled as well, and it looks like AdirondackRick going to make his way to vanilla level 5's location. We'll see what we have on top. Do we have a actual cave or a fairy fountain? It's a cave. Let's take a look and see what's in here. It is going to be at the same shop that we already saw. Nothing doing there for TruantGamer. Just finds a potion shop, but without the letter, we can't make any purchases at this time. And we do welcome everybody from Randomania here on Speed Gaming 4 to game number 2 between AdirondackRick and TruantGamer. TruantGamer currently leads 1-0, and once again, Fury, no bonus candles.
Yep, so it's just a question of will they get a blue candle somewhere sometime soon, or will they just get a red candle like that?
Well, so much for having to find a candle. We've got the red candle, where we can fire it on the screen as many times as we want, limit of 2 at a time. Whereas the blue candle, you can only fire it once. You want to use it again, you got to go to another screen. So that's anywhere between 40 and 80 rupees we just saved there, Fury.
And I do think it's a strong possibility that they'll go right back and check the White Sword Cave to see if it rolled down. Otherwise, they not prioritize the Wood Sword Cave.
No dice, and hey, that's a pretty good medium secret. 37 rupees. It's anywhere between 25 and 40 rupees, so that is pretty nice. Considering what we saw in game number 1, that whopping 149 large, I'm calling it right now, Fury. It's going to be a pretty lousy large. But who knows? There might only be one large to be found.
Yeah, if there's 3 large, I don't think it'd be a big deal. But hey, level 9 already, it's a first quest position, Laws.
Yeah, which means at the very least, we're dealing with a second half first quest setting. 7 through 9 are going to be first quest dungeons. Rick finding the Take Any Roads. Let's see where they take us. 1 to its vanilla location near Death Mountain. Interesting. Nice use of the candle there to do a clip. You normally need the power bracelet to go through. And ooh, we have one at Recorder Lake, so we're definitely dealing with a mixed overworld. And then one not too far away. So that almost gets an A. I have to give it a B. for the take any's. Truant burning this bush down, finding some more money. Another medium secret, doubles his money to 74 rupees now. By the way, look at this, Fury SK. That blue Lionel went down on a candle shot. You know what that means? 0 HP enemies.
Yeah, it may actually prioritize a bit of a wood sword pickup since it's only potentially bosses and or Ganon that could be regular or otherwise HP value.
TruantGamer does find the wood sword, so he'll go ahead and pick it up. Turns out it was in its vanilla location this time around. Rick getting some bombs, so he's now got the maximum 8 bomb capacity. We're about to find out what the ladder item on the coast is, but first, Rick going to check this cave and find another bonus cave. So right now, we know that 4 hearts is enough. So at the moment, it's a 75% chance that 5 hearts is enough to get the white sword. And yeah, considering that we have 0 HP enemies, there's a pretty decent chance that the only reason I'd want to pick up the white sword is if we know that bosses are not 0 HP.
I do think it's a reasonable possibility that our runners will go back to that white sword cave once they up an A and save somewhere during this.
Truant now knows the location of level 9, and Rick has found, well, once again, we have got the level numbers covered up. We have no idea where Rick is. But if we see the Triforce indicator flash upon a pickup, now let's look at this map. It shapes. "25 rooms. Could be level 6, could be level 7, could be level 5. I don't know about level 4. That looks like it might be slightly too big to be a level 4, but if it is a level 4, that would definitely be on the large side for sure.
Yeah, until we see some more dungeons on the lower part of the spectrum, we're just not going to know.
And we're currently speculating that the back half is first quest, but again, that's speculation on our part. Yeah, as you mentioned, Fear, we're going to have to see more dungeons to get a better idea. Truant going to check. Here is the vanilla level 3 location. Bombs from the blue Linos. I wonder if that has been shuffled or not. By the way, door per penalty is the minimum 15. Not able to bomb that spot in Southwest Hyrule. Rick, unfortunately, looks like he is resource blocked by some means. Might be ladder blocked.
Yeah, it could be key blocked on one side, didn't want to burn the key yet, but it looks like everything else was blocked off.
Yeah, that looks like, because he does have 2 keys. I would imagine he would have used a key, but then again, considering what happened to him in game number 1, he might be a little hesitant to want to use his keys right now. So he'll bomb this spot. TruantGamer will burn the vanilla 10. There's a poster shop. Hey, look at the price of bombs. A nickel per 4-pack. That's a great price. Rick this time checking the northeast section, and we find, turns out hints are going to be worthless again, Fury.
Yeah, when you see a vanilla 10, 30, and 50, or a 5, 10, and 20, you know that that's going to be a normal game vanilla hint. And that's what we have.
Well, I called it, Fury SK. I told you that the large was going to be garbage, considering how good the medium was. 67.
Yeah, it's going to be real rough if that's the only one of them, but we don't know yet if it's going to be mixed with the first quest secrets or the second quest secrets.
Yep, and yep, you are correct. Either we're dealing with regular hints, which are useless, or community hints, which are useless. Zany, but useless. As Rick gets it. Looks like there is more than one, so I do believe we have first quest distribution.
What's also good news is we aren't dealing with a whole lot of the second quest situation here. So, with that in mind, we will not have quite as limited an amount of.
And Rick is able to pick up the white sword. 5 hearts was enough. TruantGamer going to find a bonus cave. He'll also pick up a heart container, which will enable him to get the white sword if he decides to make that play. Again, we're dealing with 0 HP enemies, so it's not as enticing of a play as you would see it if this was, normal HP or if they rolled up. Again, as you had mentioned, Fury, considering that the white sword is not far from start, he may go ahead and pick that up. Rick here near the Spectacle Rock, picking up another medium secret. He's up to 180 rupees. Truant checking the coast, and he finds a level. Truant seeing if we have walk-through walls on, but there's nothing here. And with only one bomb, it doesn't look like TruantGamer is in the mood to play Find the Bomb Hole.
He may pirouette the other direction just to see if he can get a freebie bomb wall in the front room. After that, I think he's probably on his way somewhere.
Ooh, nice pirouette. You are absolutely right. And TruantGamer does find that bomb hole. And a staircase. Potentially we could have an item. Let's take a look. Nope, we got a transport. Rick finds a new level. When we find the Triforce, TruantGamer's going to go ahead and pick it up. So he's now got... We'll see if it is 2 Triforce pieces. We're going to pause and find exactly which Triforce TruantGamer just picked up. Here it comes. It's a new one. What do we got?
Looks like level 7 is the answer.
All right. So that's a very important pickup there.
What's kind of important as well is it was not in a first quest nor a second quest position as far as layouts go, as he finds another dungeon right next.
Yep, and with pallets shuffled, we can't tell what level it is going to be at any time. TruantGamer with the red ring is just going to go to town, and unfortunately, boss HP is not 0. Rick, gonna find the map. Yeah, looking at this, we're definitely dealing with 1 through 6 being shapes at the very least. TruantGamer also finding a map.
Yeah, I think we're almost confirmed based on 7's starting room location to be a full 1 through 9 shapes at this rate, but it could have gotten me confused.
Based on the map sizes, TruantGamer is probably in level 2 or 3. AdirondackRick is probably in level 3 or 4.
Yeah, looks like Truant's got a, 16-ish room one, and I think on quick math, it's just a little bit larger for Rick, maybe 19.
Yeah, Rick is in a dungeon that's got 19 rooms. And yeah, I've seen level 4 be that small. I've seen level 3 be that small. I've seen level 5 be that small. It's probably not level 5, though. It's rare for 5 to be under 20, but I think I've seen an 18-room level 5 be the smallest, but yeah, 3 or 4 looks likely on Rick's side, and 2 or 3 looks likely on TruantGamer's side. But we'll know when we find out. We have a wooden boomerang, and TruantGamer is just going to abandon it.
Without a red candle, I think the boomerang, regardless of its color, is a reasonable pickup in 0 HP, but with a ranged item...
I'll tell you what's a more reasonable pickup, this magical key here that AdirondackRick just found, so any key problems that he had last time, he's not going to have this time.
Well, he might be grumbling like a Korea right now because he wishes he had it in game 1, but he won't have that problem, as you said, for game 2, so definitely one less head.
Looks like TruantGamer had a change of heart. He went ahead and picked up the wooden boomerang after all. We do find a key, so Triforces are not going to be in Triforce rooms, and there's a heart container for Rick. Again, we kind of knew that as advertised because hearts this time around, because of the loser's remorse decision by AdirondackRick, they're not part of the shuffle. Yeah, we definitely know now that TruantGamer is in level 2 because of the wooden boomerang being on the floor. Rick just picked up the Triforce. We're going to take a look to see which one. No, we're not going to find out which one it is. So we still don't know if it's 3 or 4. Rick opting to pick up the potion here in the bonus cave, and that is a solid move considering 0 HP enemies, and he's got the white sword. That's a great pickup.
Yeah, he could be suspect about the back half of the dungeon setup being a second quest still with red bubbles, so with 6 hearts and a red potion now in hand, he doesn't have to worry about those situations nearly as much.
We are making a tentative call that the any key that Rick found, it was in level 3, but again, this is a tentative call that could always change. Rick in a new ice blue level. We saw an ice blue level last time as well. And we do find the recorder for Rick, and that could be a big find here.
Yeah, I suspect he'll try and find the Triforce in this dungeon, or at least a map to determine whether or not he might be in level 6. Before deciding to bail out and see if he goes to beaten or unbeaten dungeon.
Alright. Yeah, that is a good possibility, as Dark Falls mentioned in the chat. That is one of the possible new flags that we have for the recorder, is that recorder could take us to unbeaten dungeons. So there's a 50-50 chance that that could come to fruition.
Yep, and the other 50-50 is whether or not it's to its original dungeon locations or if it follows the setup in our current randomized seed.
Yep, so I guess in Rick's case, it's a 25% chance he's going to get what he wants. And we're going to find a map here that TruantGamer just picked up. That's the same one that we'd seen earlier, the one that kind of looks like an aerosol can with the spray nozzle.
Yeah, we're going to get a map on Rick's side in this room because there's no drop on the floor in this Triforce room yet. And he also found a corner wand in the last room, so it looks like we have a dungeon shape to look at.
This has got to be level 1. Just based on the size and based on that we've already seen level 2, this is way too small to be a level 3. This has got to be 1.
Well, that and he found the wand on the floor and picked it up. And we have Heart Shuffle off, so guaranteed.
Yep, this is definitely confirmed. Level 1. So a wand for Rick, which means that's going to double the attack power that a wood sword would have, which again, 0 HP enemies doesn't matter too terribly much, but with boss HP not at 0 HP, that's a big find, especially against Patra. The Triforce for Rick, so that'll be his 3rd Triforce piece. So at the moment, he takes a lead in the Tringle department. And I guess, yep, I think we can confirm, considering that TruantGamer also escaped with 2 keys and 7 bombs. I think we're ladder blocked out of this level that TruantGamer and Rick couldn't complete.
Yeah, what's interesting about this tournament is you could potentially trade bow and silvers out as required items and go straight to the ladder as a required item instead.
Yep, you're right about that. And Rick, unfortunately, the recorder does not take us to new levels. In fact, they take us to old first quest levels, so no dice. TruantGamer picking up a large secret again. We now know the distribution is first quest distribution. TruantGamer up to 195 rupees, but unfortunately Rick landing on a door repair penalty down to 167. Now going to make his way to the forgotten spot. Interesting. Rick not picking up that secret. Even the large secret's not going to top out his wallet. As TruantGamer finds another large secret, and that will top out his wallet, 255. And will go ahead and pick up his white sword now. As Rick is exploring Death Mountain for the moment. TruantGamer might be hot on his heels. Nope. We'll see if Boomstick is in the seed or not. I'm getting the suspicion that it is not. If we see a shield that is over 150 rupees in price, we know that the Boomstick seed is not going to be on this time. I say over 150 because there are three prices for the magical shield: 90, 130, and 160. There's a variance of plus or minus 20, so it could be as cheap as 70, and it could be as expensive as 180. So there's the blue ring for 239. Great price, but we don't need it. But Rick will make the play for the wooden arrows, and with the bow in hand, that's a great pickup for Rick.
Yeah, I don't think you can sit there and wait for a magic shield that may pop up for 160-ish rather than the book. So it's...
Yep.
Oh man, that red line.
Oh, yeah. And we did get confirmation. We've already seen a magical shield priced at 168, so that confirms that there is no Boomstick. The book is, unfortunately, quote-unquote, normal. TruantGamer, though, is going to burn his last key in this dungeon and take on this three-headed Gleeok. Oh man, a Wizro beam to the face. What a rude greeting that TruantGamer just got. Now, TruantGamer, this is a dungeon we already saw Rick completed. We think it's either level 3 or level 4 based on its size, as Rick will find a medium secret here in Candle Row. 116 now to his name. Truant finding an all-important key. He didn't have any to his name. Rick again going to avoid the money. Feels like he doesn't need to make any purchases. Every second counts. He could definitely vouch for that, as now TruantGamer is faced with another decision with his one and only key. Use it here or try to find a workaround. So try to find a workaround.
Yeah, the dangerous part about this is he could work his way around our any key in this dungeon, so hopefully he finds his way with his limited key count to the any key and doesn't have any more key problems the rest of the seed.
Oh no, he finds himself trapped in a room with a blue Goma, and because it's ladder blocked, he has to up an A. That is a tough one there for TruantGamer. Unfortunately, Rick cannot bomb in that area. There's normally a 30 rupee secret there in the first quest, but again, we have a mixed overworld, so that did not bomb, and unfortunately, Rick gonna pay the price down to 71 rupees.
Tell you what, the Goma may have set him back, but it also set him on a different course in what we think is either 3 or 4 and have currently marked as 3.
Yep, the only way we'll know for sure if it's 3 or 4 is TruantGamer is now going to find the magical key. A great sight for him because he was working on low keys. his key problems are now done with. Again, the only way we'll know which level it's going to be is if TruantGamer or Rick makes a pause to look at our Triforce inventory. I know TruantGamer has been keeping that up so far throughout the course of these 2 races. We'll see if he does decide to show us that, or if we're going to be left guessing. So with that, TruantGamer has tied it up in the Triforce department, 3 apiece. What does it look like to you?
How about 4?
How about 4? All right, yep. So that was a small level 4. So that means the Triforce that Rick picked up was 4, and the any key was in 4 as well. So if we see another kind of small dungeon, we'll know that that's 3. Unfortunately for Rick, that area where you would see the 100 secret in the Dead Woods is a bust. Nothing there. TruantGamer now in Death Mountain. He finds an ice blue level.
Yep, if I remember correctly, this is the same progression Rick had to find level 1, so this should be the same dungeon.
Yes, you are correct about that. Ooh, Recorder Lake required. We have a dungeon. Very nice. Good find there for Rick. So Recorder is required.
Given how linear this is across the bottom, I'm beginning to second guess my back half being a shape. We're going to see though here in just...
Absolutely. Rick just picked up a Triforce. We're going to take a look here. What do you see?
That lit up as 8, but that is not 8. That is the game being a little bit of a troll, I think. Well, wait, didn't we already... Have we seen level 9 yet?
We've seen level 9, but we have only seen, of course, obviously 1 room.
Yep, so the game's trolling us there. I thought for a second it looked like a second quest 7 might be throwing us off, but that is not the case. That is a Shapes 8 that is trying to mirror our second quest 7.
Right, so yep, we're dealing with all shapes again as TruantGamer finds his recorder. Speaking of recorder, looks like a few people have figured out what the recorder song is. I wouldn't have guessed it, obviously. TruantGamer back into level 1. Still looking for the Triforce piece.
Looks like our magical sword moved a couple of gravestones over from its vanilla location, but I really doubt that either of our runners is really going to prioritize that given the situation we have so far with the sea.
Not a chance, Fury. Rick is going to check the vanilla level 6 location, and he's going to find that that's a door repair penalty. As TruantGamer picks up the Triforce piece in level 1, we are tied up again. And back-to-back level discoveries for Rick. Got a bunch of Wizrobes here as TruantGamer finds a casino, but with 249 rupees, it's pointless to gamble at this juncture. Truant with plenty of money in his wallet, will make a smart investment on those wood arrows as we find a heart container on the ground for Rick. Rick finds a staircase. We'll see if this is our item or a transport. It is our item, and it is the ladder.
That seems moderately important for Rick, given that he can't get one of his Triforce pieces.
Yeah, level again, the aerosol can levels. Now TruantGamer is at the recorder lake level.
Ironically, I kind of think that the ladder block dungeon may have been 6, given that we have Triforce pieces for 7 and 8 from both runners, and it was quite large. The only other option would be 5.
And again, the size of the dungeon, it could be level 5 still. I've seen 5 be that large before. It still could be level 5. But looking at this dungeon that Rick is in right now, which has 25 rooms also, that's a candidate for being a level 6. That's a candidate for being a level 7. That's a candidate for being a level 5. Not a candidate for being a level 8. That's too small.
Yep, well, I think Truant found level 7's Triforce somewhere else, so we can eliminate 7, but we can't on 5 or 6.
No. TruantGamer now has 5 Triforce pieces on the board. Alright, so TruantGamer is still trying to find a Triforce and some items here in the level right now. Let's see what Rick's got in mind up next. Rick thought that that might be level 6 based on its dungeon size, and boy, look at the map here for TruantGamer.
Yeah, this is that level 8 that I thought for a second might be a second quest dungeon earlier, but it's not. It's a massive blob of.
Yep, and 32 rooms is definitely in the range to be a level 8. That definitely fits the bill. Because of all the levels in shapes, level 6 has the widest range. I've seen it be anywhere between like 23 and 45 rooms. I mean, the range of how big or small level 6 can be is enormous. Truant checking his recorder spots, but nothing doing there, just a whirlwind. Finds the compass, and it is flashing. This could be level 5. Rick has tied it up again. He's got his 5th Triforce piece of the match. TruantGamer going to try to record this spot, but there's nothing there. Not a door repair penalty. Instead, that would have been a hint that tells us about the white sword or magical sword item.
Yep, in this case, if he had the book, it would have community hinted him or given him a vanilla location secret that would have been worthless.
Correct. Rick tries to record her there, but there's nothing here, just a whirlwind. TruantGamer looks like he's heading back toward the Death Mountain vicinity. Might be checking the recorder spots there. No, there's a couple up there. He's not going to check it. Let's get a bomb drop. Uses the arrow to pick it up. He also could use the boomerang, but he might have been too far away to use the wooden boomerang. Magical boomerang, he would have been able to pick it up. Rick finds the cheap bait shop, a modest 6 2/3% discount, down from 60 to 56. TruantGamer opting not to buy. Okay, he is going to buy some bombs. I was going to say he only had 2 bombs, and he's got a whole lot of money in his pocket. So he'll go ahead and purchase those 5 rupee bombs.
You could honestly make a case for filling up all the way to 8, because it really won't hurt you that much.
Well, that's true, and we find a new level on Rick's side. I don't even think we've seen this one. This has got to be 3, right? Oh, wait a minute, this is the one. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. This is 2 because TruantGamer couldn't get the Triforce out of there. So this is Rick's first dive in 2.
Yeah, I think 3 is the only one that we have that's outstanding at the current moment.
You are correct. Where 3 is, it's unknown, and for all we know, it could be power bracelet block, could be raft block, still could be recorder block. I don't think we've checked all the spots just yet. So with the ladder in hand, Rick will gain a little bit of a leg up on TruantGamer. He'll be able to get this Triforce right now.
I have a suspicion that TruantGamer, however, may have found a completely new dungeon to it.
He does find the book, and even though it's going to... No, TruantGamer really thinking about it. But he is going to go ahead and pick up the book, and it's not an atlas.
That's unfortunate that it's not an atlas, but I don't think you have a choice there with 0 HP enemies. You don't need the one that...
No, so, I mean, it hinders your wand because when the wand makes contact with enemies, it bursts into flames. It can be useful against certain enemies, but for the most part, proves to be a hindrance more than it does a help. Plus, it makes doing the wand trick with Patra that much more difficult. Here's the rupee boss for Rick. That is not where the Triforce is.
Seems like this race is really going to come down to how soon TruantGamer goes to level 6 to grab that ladder, because we know he can't get at least 1 Triforce, and if it knocks him out of another dungeon such as this 3, it might cause him to fall even further behind.
By the way, of course, we have a compass 1 room away from where the Triforce is, and we have to take down these wall masters. Very good. Truant picks up a heart container, so he's now up to 8 hearts. This is level 3, by the way, where TruantGamer is right now, but Rick picks up his 6th Triforce piece, so he's going to take a temporary lead in that department. Truant finds his compass.
It looks like that'll turn him around.
Now Rick is in 7.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Ladder required for 2 Triforce pieces. A tough break there for TruantGamer, so he's out of luck. And looking at the situation here.
Oh, do you notice something there about where TruantGamer is?
Yes! The raft is required to get there, but you can get there also by the recorder.
Yep, the recorder is to vanilla beaten dungeons, so you can use that to move around the overworld to beaten dungeons, and 4 is one of the ones he has found, so that was a bit of a bonus for him. We'll have to see if Rick can figure that one out.
Yeah, if Rick can't figure that out, TruantGamer can steal this one. But that is going to be the 7th Triforce piece for Rick here in level 7. But yeah. Ooh, that's a huge... I know, TruantGamer, that's a huge stumble. He stumbled upon that level 3. He stumbled upon it. I don't see Rick stumbling on that. Do you?
Really, it's hard for me to call. I have no idea whether or not he'll see that and make that move, or if he will just continue full clearing the overworld before he even tries.
Yeah. I mean, this could be the big time edge for TruantGamer to get back into this race again. We know he is ladder blocked out of 2 Triforce pieces. Rick has the ladder out of level 6.
Yep, so we also can confirm that the raft is not going to be in level 9 logically now. So no important items outside of potentially the power bracelet are going to be in there. And it makes that red ring silver 9 a little bit more likely.
Yeah, considering what we have seen so far, Fury, again, I think we're once again looking at a likely silver arrow red ring scenario in 9. TruantGamer finds the all-important ladder here in level 6. So right now, as it stands, he's in go mode, unless silver arrows are required. So we call it Schrodinger's go mode.
So now the race really comes down to how quickly is it going to be for Rick to full clear his overworld and then potentially try that flute and see where it goes, versus TruantGamer clearing all the Triforces out of dungeons that he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick now going to check the second quest river spots here. One of them was good, the other one not so good. But Truant having a little bit of a problem here. He doesn't realize he's in level 6 right now. He's thinking this could be level 5, which it's understandable given its size. But this we know is level 6.
Yeah, in his shoes, I'd still be digging because this is reasonable size-wise to definitely be one of the dungeons he still needs. He doesn't know for certain, but he is leaving. So maybe he saw some sort of drop or something.
Now, Rick, he is whistling. He may be thinking about that raft spot. And he's going to the raft spot. Wow, Rick solving the puzzle. And just like that, Rick is in a great position now.
Yep, so now the race against time has turned again from Rick to Truant. We're going to see how fast Rick gets his Triforce in here. TruantGamer may be able to get the Triforce in here and then get another one, be kind of close in terms of 9 entry, but I definitely think Rick is ahead.
Yeah, Rick is definitely in the lead now. Rick sees the book. Considering the situation now, he's going to leave it behind, which, little does he know, that's a great move because it is not an Atlas. Truant gets his Triforce out of level 3, both players in the same dungeon.
Yeah, it's still...
now exit.
Yeah, it's still potentially a questionable call because level 9's also going to be a shape, but maybe he's just in that mode of I gotta use my wand a lot and I don't want anything to do with the fire.
Rick gets a heart container, so he's now up to 10 hearts. So now it's just a matter of when will Rick be able to find this Triforce here in level 3. See where Truant's next spot is going to be. I believe it's going to be level 2. Now, TruantGamer does not know the location of level 5 yet, so that's another thing. That's a factor. Or wait, he does know the location of level 5. I take that back.
He knows the location of the last 2 Triforce pieces he needs.
Yep, and now Rick has the compass. He now knows exactly where he needs to go to get his Triforce, and he knows where level 9 is, as does TruantGamer. So, yep, as it stands, Rick will be the first of our 2 runners to get to level 9. He just has to clear a couple more rooms here, and he'll have his Triforce. Just cross the moat, pick up your Triforce, and get ready to go into level 9.
Yep, so the question is, the dungeon known by one of us affectionately as the Great Equalizer. Will it strike again?
Yeah, absolutely. Level 9 known as the Great Equalizer, especially when you're talking about shapes, because in shapes, we have to play Hyrule's favorite game show, Find the Bomb Hole. Oh, and I thought for a moment TruantGamer picked up a clock, but he just wasn't close enough. He needed to actually tap the wall to summon the Wall Masters, but Rick making a beeline to level 9 right now because it's in the medicine shop where you would see near level 3. So here we go, 43 minutes and 54 seconds. Rick the first to be in level 9 as TruantGamer picks up his 7th Triforce piece. So here in level 9, if in his case, Ganon, or Zelda, would be required. He's playing as a Guerrilla, so he's trying to defeat Princess Zelda. If Zelda is required, he'll be looking for a single shutter door that doesn't open upon a full clear. That didn't open. Of course, if Zelda's not required, Ganon could be behind anything. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda, but Rick can't do anything about it, but he will check to see if it's a 0 HP. Can't bomb out. It is not a 0 HP Zelda, so it's either going to be 8, 7, or 6 hits with the white sword. And Rick is trapped. He must up an A and take a different route. We'll see now if Zelda actually ends up being required, though.
Yep, with Ganon in his own room, the odds have gone up quite a bit that Zelda will also be in her traditional room, but it's not a guarantee. Still gotta look around.
Yep, it's likely, but not a guarantee. Yep, you are absolutely correct about that. So, we now need to see if beating Princess Zelda is required to rescue Ganon. It'll be the other way around for TruantGamer, of course, as TruantGamer now in level 5. So right now, the lead for Rick is starting to dwindle. TruantGamer is in hot pursuit. He now knows where the Triforce is, so it's going to be about a 2 to 2.5 minute head start as Rick finds the jewelry, which he already has, but that probably gives Rick a little bit of a peace of mind that if beating Princess Zelda is required, that he's probably going to find the silver arrows here in 9. Truant does get his final Triforce piece, so now he too is eligible to go into level 9. Finds a transport staircase. Again, with shapes or first quest, it's going to be 6 sets of transport staircases. By chance, if this is a segment at level 9, there would be a 7th set. Ooh, and our first sighting of Patra Wayne, and Rick getting bopped a couple times, but does manage to pull through, but that is not where the silver arrows are, and Rick will not take that transport. Here's TruantGamer, exactly 2.5 minutes behind AdirondackRick. Here we go, folks. Rick dangerously low on health, and he has his potion ready. He's only got half a heart left, and he's not even going to hesitate. He's going to take a sip of that Coke.
Yeah, with the lack of second quest enemies, it's not going to be a situation where you need to chug a potion for a red bubble curse, so no point in saving it for the next.
Now TruantGamer now knows the location of Ganon. Can't defeat him, though, because we need the silver arrows. We still don't know if defeating Ganon is going to be required to rescue the princess. TruantGamer will up an A, so now the race to the silvers and or the kidnapped is on for both runners. It's anybody's game at this point, Fury.
Yep, and they're both basically on equal footing, give or take. I mean, it's what, maybe a 15-room advantage right now for Rick?
Yep, but it all comes down to which path these runners take. Rick going up. There's a rupee boss. Shutter door opens. Again, considering that Ganon was in Ganon's room, a high probability, not a guarantee, but a high probability that Zelda is going to be in her own room. If that's the case, the only way you can get there is from the south. Rick finds the transport. Doesn't want to take it, though. TruantGamer finds a red herring. There is no transport staircase or item here. just a whole bunch of likes here. Finding the compass obviously would be a huge help. Shapes happen. Well, ain't that the truth, old man?
Yeah, it's quite unlikely that the compass drops in the black background on this scene because we haven't seen the drop room stay in their vanilla locations, but I still might have cleared that just...
Oh, absolutely, because you never know. I mean, if either of these runners find the compass, that is going to be a huge pickup. So that's where the Patra Wayne room took us. So Rick opted not to take the staircase, finds his way to that room anyways. And another Patra sighting for TruantGamers. He's going to take this staircase. That's a transport that TruantGamer is going to not take. Oh, and look at this. Rick finds the silver arrow, so if it turns out that Ganon is required, or in his case, Zelda, Rick has the lead.
Looks like he's going to hedge his bets that Zelda is shutter door blocked and go ahead and kill off Ganon, or he's going to go to the right.
Yeah, he's just going to double check, just to make sure. All right, so for real, well, we're not this room, it's this room coming up here. Rick is going to check this door to the right. So he's making the same room plays as TruantGamer did, but there's nothing here of interest. So now he's going to go up, and now for real this time, here's Zelda. We're looking for anywhere between 6 to 8 white hits. A hug is going to cost him 1 heart, but there's a stun lock. But there goes Zelda, slip sliding away. There's another hit. Watch out for those hugs. There's another stun lock. A couple more hits left to go. There's 7. 1 more needed to take down the princess. Or, I'm sorry, that's 7. Down goes Zelda. We've got Royal Jelly and the Triforce of Wisdom. So now Rick is now looking for Ganon. And if Zelda was required, then the shutter door is going to automatically open.
He is walking with a purpose, so I guess he just knows which direction he has yet to bomb and is going to keep on going that way and see if he can't find the remaining bomb.
Yep, that's for sure, but Rick is going to opt to take this locked door here. TruantGamer finding another red herring, Rick finding another Patra. He's seen enough of those here in this level 9. Unfortunately, not winning at Find the Bomb Hole is Rick. Does clear the Wizrobes to open up that shutter door, but now decision time. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. He's going to take the locked door. Alright, another staircase. TruantGamer on the far east side here of level 9. Trying to get to that the bottom of that T room as Rick finds a transport that he'll go ahead and take. It's hoping it's going to take him to a new area that he has not discovered yet, but instead it doesn't. It takes him to a place he's already been to, but he's going to go to the south. There's some land molas. Rick takes him down. TruantGamer finds the staircase. That's a transport. There's a shutter door, but it does not open. Rick will take this staircase, it looks like. TruantGamer. That shutter door automatically opens, but that's because there's nothing but spike traps in there. He's going to bomb to the north. That's not where Zelda is either. Just a few Wizrobes. Now AdirondackRick, he's in that same T room that Truant was just in a few moments ago.
Yeah, it's starting to look like if Zelda is required, that Rick will be right behind Truant and find the shutter door next. If she is not shutter door blocked, Truant seems to have the lead on the current path they're going, but they could diverge at some point too.
true. Then again, it still depends on whether or not Ganon is required to unlock that door. Because if Ganon's required, TruantGamer's behind. And man, Rick has cleared a good chunk of this level 9, and no map, no compass. It's one of those level 9s, and that's why, folks, we like to call it the Great Equalizer. That's at least 40 rooms that Rick has cleared, and TruantGamer's approaching about 30. There's the transport that Truant is not going to take. There's a spiral staircase, and TruantGamer, we've seen that Patra room a few times. But it looks like Rick is making a beeline to that spiral staircase, and he's hoping this is going to be the staircase that takes him to Ganon. But instead, we've already been here before, because I believe this is where the Patra is up north. This is where mapping level 9 is going to be very, very important. But Rick, we got a problem on Rick's side. He's only got one bomb left. Could get lucky, and he does get lucky on those fires twice.
It's starting to look like you gotta work your way down on this left side of level 9 to find some open rooms to get into.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, but no way out. And TruantGamer, though, here he comes. He has found the silver arrow, so he has what it takes to defeat Ganon. So, again, if Ganon's required, now TruantGamer's in a position to win this one. So, and if TruantGamer does win, he moves on to the next round, and that will eliminate AdirondackRick.
Yep, it's a little bit of a different philosophy between the two runners. One is quick to go straight back to Ganon and defeat him, while the other one's got the silver arrows and is trying to test out a couple more bomb walls before eventually, potentially.
Unfortunately, Rick finds another whammy of a staircase, but it looks like TruantGamer might be on his way to take on Ganon. He's making a beeline towards his room right now, and one more time, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. Alright, let's see what happens here. Need 8 hits from the white sword. Hyrule Driver will cost him 1 heart. Can't get the stun lock. There's 3. There's another Patra. 4. Tries to bomb to the north. Can't do it. 5 hits now on Ganon. There's 6. 7, down to a heart and a half, but gets the final hit. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. So now the race to the kidnap is on. Boy, it is very, very close now between these two. Level 9 living up to its nickname, Fury.
Yep, still anybody's game.
Oh, look at this key find by TruantGamer. He has the map.
He's found a new bomb wall. I don't know that we've seen this bomb wall yet.
Probably not. That's a 55-room level 9. So here we go. Now you're playing with power. Yeah, we've not seen that area, but that's not where we need to go. However, maybe this transport staircase is his ticket.
If not, you almost have to bomb left again in that room. Look like there's a couple left, but hey, bottom corner.
This has the chance of Zelda being up here. We have to full clear this room. So if that's the case, then Ganon wasn't required. But that's not where Zelda's room is either. This still could be it, though. This still could be it. Check the locked door here. That's not it. we're starting to see rooms we haven't seen yet. TruantGamer could be on the right track here as we're approaching the 1 hour mark of this race.
Don't look now, but
Gamer
Rick's
gonna
taking that same staircase, Laws. If that's where
Oh,
she is, they're
man.
going to be real close here.
Wow. Yeah, now he's going up. There's Zelda's room, and there it is. Get your GGs out for TruantGamer. The great equalizer strikes again.
So yeah, this is what, going to be 30-something seconds apart here. This is nuts.
Whoa, yep. Man, Rick had a 2.5-minute head start. Got to the silver arrows far quicker than TruantGamer did, but level 9, doing level 9 things to AdirondackRick. It all came down to the game of find the bomb hole, and that is all she wrote. Rick is going to be right behind. Get your GGs out for both runners, but he is out of the tournament. TruantGamer is advancing. We do have TruantGamer here in the commentators booth with us. GG, you survived a barn burner. You came back from a 2.5-minute deficit.
Wow, thanks.
Yep, came down to who could find the kidnapped, and you won the game of find the bomb hole, and unfortunately for Rick, he didn't.
Did Rick get Ganon too?
Yes, and it turns out he wasn't required.
I got to that Patra right there, and I'm thinking, oh, I really should start checking this here since I'm winding down in my rooms, and like, I should probably peek up north too. And I figured I'd get the compass first. It wasn't there, and lucky me.
By the way, I'll say it one more time. When in doubt, guess a Final Fantasy song, and back-to-back races, it was a Final Fantasy song. So if you're up on your RPGs, you're in a pretty good spot of the name in that tune. Yeah, no deaths on either side. Of course, having the red ring helps tremendously to start things off. But, yeah, it turns out your situation, Truant, not having the ladder early on put you in a deficit. Rick found the ladder much faster than you did in level 6 because you had the Triforces blocked in 2, 3, and 5.
Yeah, I could see that. I, for whatever reason, didn't want to go back down to that little area by the grave. I went to Death Mountain first, figuring I had more opportunity there, and then I just didn't route it back in until it was later. I was looking for a couple times. I had to pause and recount how many dungeons I actually found to make sure I wasn't missing it.
Absolutely, but congratulations, Truant. You have swept the series, so you're moving on to the next round here in the bonus bracket. However, things are not going to get any easier for you because you're going to be facing the loser of either Sea Falcon or Thurwolf. What do you think about that prospect?
There are no words.
Well spoken there, TruantGamer. But congratulations. Well played all night tonight. And again, well played for AdirondackRick. He had a shot, but the great equalizer, we call it that for a reason, folks. Now we do have our runner-up AdirondackRick in the commentators booth with us. GG, you put up a well-fought race in game number 2. You had a shot at it, but unfortunately, the great equalizer got you.
How did it get me this time?
You had to find the path. It was a bomb hole, was it not, TruantGamer?
Yeah, it was that one bomb hole there to the west of that Keys room that took you around through the staircase.
That's basically what it boiled down to, because you were in level 9 first, Rick, with a 2.5-minute lead. You found the silver arrows first. You defeated Ganon first, or in your case, Zelda. TruantGamer also defeated. Obviously, it turned out wasn't required to defeat again, but that's basically what the race boiled down to, because the reason why you gained a lead on TruantGamer, Rick, was you found the ladder first, and there were 3 Triforces that were ladder blocked, 2, 3, and 5.
Right.
And Truant had to double dip both 2 and 3 because he had found them first, but both of them ended up being ladder blocked. You had found 2 and 3 after you had gotten the ladder out of 6. That's how you built the lead on Truant.
But he found the bomb wall first in 9, I take it.
That's basically what it boiled down to, because you had the lead on them all the way. You were kind of tracing each other's footsteps, but it was that one bomb hole, and that's what happens in shapes. You play that game of find the bomb hole. And another thing that helped Truant out is right before you found that bomb hole, Truant, you had found the map.
Yeah, I would definitely say the map helped, because that room I forgot. I think I tried bombing up into it before, and I realized that I already was there, and I didn't go back to it. And once I got the map, I said, oh, I can go left there. I should go try bombing in there. I don't know if I've done it, and it worked out.
Where was the map?
I want to say it was a blue Wizrobe room.
Why would you kill the blue Wizrobe room?
It was only 3 of them and 0 HP.
Yeah.
I was looking for compass.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I just really don't know how to play these flags. I know a luck has a lot to do with it, but it just feels like I've been misplaying these, whether it's practice seeds or here in these races, because I just don't know what you're supposed to do in these flags to kind of propel yourself to victory.
Absolutely, for sure. And by the way, speaking of these flags, there's another play that you made, Rick, that had you not made this play, you really could have been behind the 8 ball going into level 9, because it was actually Truant who stumbled upon level 3 first, because he had used the recorder and it took you to vanilla areas that you already have completed for Triforce pieces, and one of them ended up being the raft spot to get to level 3. And if you hadn't made that play, Truant probably would have cruised, because he found it first.
Yeah, I got down to the point where it's either, okay, let's whistle and check this spot, or it's, I gotta go back into another dungeon.
Yep, that is for sure. And we never did find the raft, but it probably, based on what we're looking at, was either 5 or 7 that would have had the raft. And of course, in shapes, 7 and 5 aren't terribly big, but still, if it's segmented, triple segmented, or whatever, yeah, it's not really a level that's kind of desirable to play out.
Yeah, it's understandable. I guess I wish I was in this tournament for longer than 4 matches. That's the thing that stings the most to me. And I said this in the IRC, I didn't want to be 4 and done here. Like, I made it to the quarterfinals in last tournament. I just don't feel like I should be out of this tournament already.
I completely understand where you're going with that. And yeah, I'm sure you had set some high expectations for yourself after your tremendous performance in the last tournament. But that's unfortunately the nature of Zelda Randomizer sometimes. As I like to say, Rick, doesn't matter who you are, Randomizer doesn't care. Anybody can win in any given race.
Yeah, I'll watch this back, try to figure out how he came to the conclusion that bomb wall existed, and go from there. I guess it's more on me, the fact that I never tried that bomb wall, but I was more looking for paths to the north as opposed to paths to the west to get to where she was.
Yeah, I can definitely say from experience that you kind of set your expectations high, because I was coming off the all boards, no swords victory run and went straight into the last tournament, which was the GDQ light flag set, thinking that I could do pretty well in that one too, and found myself up against Shaddy and was out before we even got to the round of 16. So Randomizer plus just pushing the bar so high and expecting so much of yourself, it can be frustrating. I get it.
I think I should have had a lot going into this. I should have practiced a little bit more with this set here, get myself all prepared to go, because I obviously in the match against El Soa found myself to be completely unprepared for this, and it showed in that match against El Soa. But I thought I was ready for this, and I guess it's luck to do with the luck has something to do with it. Just I don't know why I'm so unlucky at this point, and I really, really just I don't know. I just don't know. Like, what did I do wrong to be out in the tournament? I think that's kind of the question I'm asking myself at this point.
This match between TruantGamer, I personally don't think you did anything wrong. I mean, you got unlucky in level 9. I mean, level 9 does level 9 things, as we all know. And then game number 1, I mean, TruantGamer made a savvy purchase. You know, he made that extra key purchase. He doesn't make that purchase, who knows what happens in game number 1.
Yeah. And of course, this time I buy keys, and of course, the any keys right there for the taking.
Game knows, buddy.
That's a good example of luck, though, because I think TruantGamer was one room away from the Triforce in the dungeon with the any key. Got locked in with a Goma that he couldn't kill because he didn't have the arrows yet.
Yep.
And then had to reset to the start and go left that time. And when he went left at 0 keys, suddenly there's the any key and a key on the way even too. So suddenly his key problems were averted just because he kind of got stuck in a room that he was frustrated with, I would assume at first glance, but ended up saving him some time.
Yeah, I just definitely good games to you. You deserved it. I mean, that 39 and change in game number 1 was a showcase of that. And then here, just you came to the conclusion a lot faster than I did. I kept rechecking rooms and what turned out to be unnecessary staircases. I found all 6 pairs by the time I got to that.
Yeah.
I will say Truant was pretty close on the staircase count, at least. I thought I saw him take at least 5 of them, and he could have taken all 6. You would have to let me know.
Yeah, I do think you had covered more rooms, Rick, than Truant did, looking at the maps.
Yeah, I think I probably took way too much time going through rooms that I've been through before. I think this may be another case of if you see a staircase, take it to the other side just to complete the pairs, but I don't know. This one's tough, but like I said, I lost to an opponent that I knew had what it was in him to take me down. I ended up losing, and just unfortunate that luck became a component because I obviously do not have any luck in this game at this point. I used it all up in the run to the quarterfinals in the last tournament, but I do want to thank the admin crew here with Fury and Dark Falls and Jay Coper and crew for putting this on. It's gotten me to play this a lot more than I've had over the last 4 months since this tournament, since the 2019 tournament came to an end. So there's that.
Yeah, I'll say that goes both ways too. On behalf of Dark Falls and Jay Coper, having you help us a lot with the scheduling and trying to figure out some of these matches and get a whole bunch of stuff squeezed on the air on this channel as well as all the SpeedGaming channels. Couldn't do that without you.
Appreciate that. And you know what, Truant? It's time for you to give the bracket some hell.
Yeah, that is true, Rick, because he's either going to have to face Sea Falcon or Thurwolf, because whoever does not emerge victorious in that one moves down against TruantGamer.
Give him hell there, Truant. Give him hell.
I'll do my best.
All right, gentlemen, great job tonight. Very good races, both of you, and congratulations again to TruantGamer. We wish you the best of luck in your next contest.
Thank you, and GG again, Rick. Good fight.
Absolutely, same to you.
All right, with that, that's going to draw our coverage of this particular match to a close. However, don't go away too far, because in about a half an hour from now, right here on SpeedGaming 4, we have another Zelda Randomizer Random Percent Tournament match coming up between TA909 and Shaddy. That is game number 1 with John Taven and Adiginos on the comms for that one. That should be an exciting one.
Oh yeah, there's realistically both of the matches that we have on tap to end the night are just as good as the one we just.
Yeah, you're right about that, because there's another one. I don't see a restream channel, but based on you're the restreamer for your SK, so I guess you all have to determine which Randomania network that one's going to be on. Dr. J PhD and Antlers. That's coming up at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, so about an hour from now.
Yeah, but man, that was a good one to watch and commentate with you. I hope both the ones tonight are about the same way, and I'll leave it to you to kind of take a step.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of fun here. A very close race to wrap things up here tonight. But that's going to do it for us here on SpeedGaming 4. On behalf of everybody here in our SpeedGaming family of networks, for our trackers, CCX, For my commentator partners, Jiggly Saint and Fury SK. I am LOZ Cards Fan 23. Again, please make sure you give both of our runners, TruantGamer and AdirondackRick, a follow. They did a tremendous job. Very competitive races on both of them tonight here on Speed Gaming 4. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. We will see you in about half an hour. TA 909 versus Shaddy. Until then, so long, everybody.